Halloween, a night of fun, frights, and fantasy. But sometimes, the line between fiction and reality blurs. Tonight, we delve into the darker side of this holiday, exploring true stories that will send shivers down your spine. From mysterious disappearances to haunting encounters, these tales will prove that real-life horror can be far more terrifying than any fictional nightmare. Story 1: The Halloween Night Intruder. The crisp autumn air hung heavy with the promise of mischief, the sweet scent of candy mingling with the damp earth. The Miller family, like many others, was excited to celebrate Halloween. They had decorated their home with spooky decorations, carved pumpkins, and stocked up on candy for the trick-or-treaters. As the night deepened, the rhythmic knock of the door grew louder. The Millers, eager to share their candy, answered the door to a masked figure. The figure, cloaked in a dark, hooded robe, seemed to loom larger than life in the dim light of the porch. "Trick or treat," the figure muttered, their voice muffled by the mask. Before the Millers could respond, the figure lunged forward, pushing past them and into the house. Fear gripped the family as they realized the intruder had no intention of leaving. The masked figure moved through the house with a menacing purpose, their eyes glinting in the darkness. The Millers, terrified, retreated to a back room, locking the door behind them. They huddled together, their hearts pounding in their chests as they listened to the intruder's footsteps echoing through the house. The sound of drawers opening and closing, and the occasional crash, filled the air, adding to the growing sense of dread. The intruder seemed to be searching for something, a specific item that was driving them to such desperate measures. The Millers could only speculate about what it might be, their imaginations running wild with possibilities. After what felt like an eternity, the noise subsided. The house fell silent, the only sound the ticking of the clock on the wall. The Millers, cautiously, peeked out from their hiding place, their eyes scanning the room for any sign of the intruder. To their relief, the house was empty. The intruder had vanished as mysteriously as they had appeared. The Millers were left shaken by the experience. They had never felt so vulnerable, so helpless in their own home. The incident had forever changed their perception of Halloween, turning a night of fun and festivity into a night of fear and uncertainty. The intruder was never caught, leaving the Millers to wonder about their identity and their motives. The mystery surrounding the incident continues to haunt them, a chilling reminder of the night Halloween turned terrifying. Story 2: The Vanishing Trick-or-Treater. The crisp autumn air was filled with the excited chatter of children as they trick-or-treated along the neighborhood streets. Among them was young Emily, dressed as a fairy princess, her eyes sparkling with delight. She was accompanied by her parents, who kept a watchful eye on her as she darted from house to house, her bag growing heavier with each candy haul. As the night wore on, the family decided to head home. Emily, her face smeared with chocolate, was tired but still exhilarated from the night's adventures. They walked along the familiar streets, the dim street lights casting long shadows. Suddenly, Emily's parents realized she was missing. Panic set in as they retraced their steps, calling out her name. Neighbors joined the search, their voices echoing through the quiet night. The once cheerful atmosphere turned somber, replaced by a growing sense of dread. As the hours passed, the hope of finding Emily dwindled. The local police were notified, and a search party was organized. Volunteers scoured the neighborhood, the surrounding woods, and nearby bodies of water. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of Emily. The mystery of her disappearance remained unsolved, haunting the community and her family. The once joyous Halloween night had turned into a nightmare, a chilling reminder of the fragility of life. Story 3. The Haunted Halloween Party. The old Victorian mansion, shrouded in an aura of mystery, was the perfect setting for a Halloween party. A group of friends, eager to celebrate the spooky season, had gathered within its creaking walls. As the night deepened, the mansion seemed to come alive, its secrets stirring from their slumber. Strange occurrences began to unfold. Objects moved on their own, doors creaked open and shut, and icy chills swept through the room. Eerie whispers echoed through the halls, sending shivers down the spines of the partygoers. Some claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. As the night wore on, the atmosphere grew more tense. A sudden, violent storm raged outside, adding to the eerie ambience. The wind howled, rattling the windows and doors. The partygoers, their nerves frayed, decided it was time to leave. As they rushed to the front door, a deafening crash echoed through the house. A heavy chandelier, swaying precariously, fell to the floor, narrowly missing a group of partygoers. The incident served as a final, terrifying reminder of the mansion's dark secrets. The partygoers fled the house, their hearts pounding with fear. The once festive gathering had turned into a night of terror, a Halloween party they would never forget. The mansion, with its ghostly secrets, remained silent, waiting for the next group of unsuspecting souls to dare to enter its walls. Story 4. The Mysterious Death on Halloween Night. The small town of Willow Creek was a place of tranquility, a place where the rhythm of life was slow and peaceful. However, on a chilling Halloween night, that tranquility was shattered. Sarah Miller, a beloved member of the community, was found lifeless at the bottom of her grand staircase. The official report declared it an unfortunate accident. A misstep, a fall, and a life tragically cut short. Yet, whispers circulated through the town, doubts gnawing at the hearts of its residents. Some claimed to have seen strange lights flickering in Sarah's window the night before, others spoke of eerie sounds emanating from her home. As days turned into weeks, the mystery deepened. The local police, despite their diligent efforts, couldn't find any concrete evidence to support a theory other than accidental death. Yet, the townsfolk couldn't shake off the feeling of a sinister presence, a dark force that had claimed Sarah's life. The once peaceful town was now shrouded in an ominous aura. People avoided walking alone at night, fearing the unseen. The Halloween night that was meant to be filled with joy and festivity had turned into a night of sorrow and suspicion. Sarah's death remained a haunting enigma, a chilling reminder that even in the quietest of towns, darkness can lurk. Story 5: The Halloween Night Stalker. The night was crisp and clear, the perfect setting for a Halloween celebration. Sarah, a young woman with a bright spirit, had just finished attending a costume party. Dressed as a glamorous vampire, she made her way home, her mind still buzzing with excitement. As she walked along the deserted street, a strange feeling washed over her. She couldn't shake the sensation of being watched. She glanced around, but the street was empty, save for the dim street lights casting long, eerie shadows. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, moving silently like a shadow. Sarah's heart pounded as she tried to discern the figure's intentions. It was a man, tall and cloaked, his face obscured by the darkness. He began to follow her, his footsteps echoing in the quiet night. Fear gripped Sarah as she quickened her pace. She tried to lose the figure in the maze of streets, but he seemed to anticipate her every move. The man's presence grew more menacing with each passing moment, his shadow looming over her. Desperate, Sarah ran towards a nearby house, hoping to find safety. She pounded on the door, pleading for help. The door creaked open, revealing an elderly couple. They quickly ushered her inside, locking the door behind them. The couple, shaken by the incident, offered Sarah a cup of tea and a warm blanket. They listened as she recounted her terrifying ordeal, their faces etched with concern. They assured her that she was safe and offered to drive her home. As Sarah sat in the back seat of the car, she couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. The nightmare was over, or so she thought. The incident had left her shaken, the memory of the mysterious stalker haunting her dreams. She would never forget the night she was stalked on Halloween, a night that forever changed her perception of safety. So there you have it, 5 chilling true stories that prove the real world can be scarier than fiction. As you go about your Halloween festivities, remember that darkness can lurk in the most unexpected places. Stay safe, stay aware, and above all, beware the night.